the current numbers with Facebook?
So Facebook's at around 1.6 billion people
Okay.
are active users of Facebook. There's 1 billion people using WhatsApp. There's 900 million people using Facebook Messenger. There's 500 million people using Instagram. And virtual reality, which is our next product line, is still early days. But we're starting to see some pretty cool new stuff as the Gear VR, which is the Samsung partnership. You've probably seen TV commercials for it. You can slap your phone into a white pair of goggles. We're starting to see that sort of come alive.
And where are these 1-point-something billion?
They're basically all over the world, minus China, North Korea, and Iran, where we're blocked. Increasingly, we look at, the really interesting thing for us right now is the people who are joining Facebook are, the average new user will be in Delhi on a Moto E, which is a phone you probably haven't seen or used in 5 or 6 years, maybe more, on a 2G network, which most of us probably haven't used in a while. They'll be going on and off of 2G and Wi-Fi throughout the day, which means they're going to want to queue up articles and videos that they can watch when they're at school or at their workplace or at an internet cafe. For many, it will be their first computer and their first camera and their first internet connection.
Wow.
Will all happen in one purchase. It will be assisted by the person who's selling you the phone, who's sort of like the genius bar of the sort of developing world, is the people selling handsets. And they'll help them get set up, and the person will be asking, help me get set up with WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram. And they'll have seen their friends use it. And the ways in which they'll use it will be ingenious compared to the ways that you or I probably use these things. We spend a lot of time looking at, in emerging markets, how is Facebook being used? And that is the basis for a lot of our roadmaps. So we discovered in Indonesia, huge country, very, very, very fast adoption of internet, smartphones, and Facebook. What's going on in Indonesia? Well, we discover that there's a huge amount of buying and selling. There's these giant groups. One group is for auto parts. One group is for used children's clothes. One group is for food, staples, okay? And each of these groups has tens of thousands of people in it. They're heavily moderated because there's a lot of activity, so you need a moderator who is setting the rules. Here are the rules for how things get listed. Here's how I take things down. Here's how you can sign up, et cetera. Remember, don't list twice, all this other stuff. It's like old school internet forums.
Yeah, so this is some kind of self-appointed manager of a market.
Yes,
online.
And it's rampant. And it's awesome. And you talk to these people, and they're like, this is by far the most important thing I need the internet for.
Yeah. Wow.
I have a 4-year-old. I need to find some, and if you have a young child, you need to get clothes every 2 weeks.
I take it you have a young child.
I have a 2-year-old, and it's like, what do we do with these clothes now? And how do we get the next level up?
Right.
And just because there's not, eBay and Craigslist and the tools that we have here that we've taken for granted just don't exist there. And so when they see Facebook, they put into it what they want it for, what they want to use it for. So we have this whole roadmap to build better marketplace tools, price listing, structured search, product tagging, all this other stuff, to make Facebook useful for Indonesians in the way that they want it to.